White men trying to humble black women constantly. Let's see what she got to say, y'all.
Why do some people get so easily offended when a black woman is proud of herself? The way that white men especially will try to humble black women is crazy work. Let me show y'all something. So the other day I posted a video on my YouTube channel of me wearing a stole with Black Girl Magic in my master's full regalia for pictures. And he wrote, "You look stupid." So I asked him why. And he said, "You adding Black Girl Magic, that is stupid. Why would you have to add your race into what you being black got to do with you getting a damn degree? Last I checked, this ain't 1950s. Nobody cares you're black. Nobody cares you're a woman." If I did the exact same thing you did, but put proud straight white man on mine, I'd be labeled a racist. Don't get me wrong. Glad you got your master's. Very proud of you. But stuff like that divides us as a country. You think I care if you're black? Hell no. I care if you're American. That's what we should all care about. Not by, I can't even see the rest. Not by the color of your skin, but by our character. Ain't that what Martin Luther King said? So yeah, I think integrating your race, which does not matter, into a video of graduating is stupid. Call it what you want, sis. Also, I'm a veteran. Don't mean shit when you are on a battlefield fighting. It's brothers and sisters fighting together, not whites, blacks, Hispanics, or Asians. It's warriors wearing the same uniform. Policing black joy, racial gaslighting, and manufactured colorblindness is what this is. No.
He just contradicted himself like 5 times. He's a walking contradictory. These people actually think they own us. This is why he came at you, sis. He thinks he owned you. He thinks he owned the whole narrative of everything.
Nobody cares that you're black is always said when black women want to celebrate something about being a black woman. But it's never said when white women share like, "Oh, I'm just a boy mom." When white vets share their service pride. When white people wear Irish pride t-shirts. When any other demographic like Southern folk or Italian folk or whatever share their pride about their heritage-based identity. But when black women express their joy in their identity, somehow all of a sudden this is divisive? What? And that is literally policing black women specifically. It's specific policing. It's policing. He said nobody cares you're black because it's not the 1950s. But here's the thing. Number one, if it weren't the 1950s, then baby, you wouldn't be policing me. Number two, black women are still the most educated demographic in the country. Black women hold more advanced degrees than any other demographic. We have also been historically excluded from higher education. So black women getting advanced degree represents something more.
Understand, a lot of black women created a lot of things and had many inventions. It's just because back in the day, they wasn't allowed to speak out. They couldn't tell people they had inventions and had to go through their husbands, and they had to say they had the inventions. Understand, our sisters are very intelligent and very smart. That's why these people don't want us together, because if we got our sisters and our brothers coming together, it's an unstoppable force. And this is what you see right here. The guys trying to see, they don't like that. They don't like that at all.
Black women were denied access to schools and had to fight to integrate into all campuses, and had to fight to integrate into law programs and medical programs and all sorts of professions. So there is an extra battle that we had to fight. So when I put Black Girl Magic on my stool, it is a representation of all of those women who went before me, who fought so that I could get my master's degree today. There is something to the idea that black girls weren't allowed to display our magic historically. And so when we can now, we want to celebrate it. It should not be personally offensive to you, bro.
Check this out. We're going to read a passage from the Willie Lynch letter and see where this all stems from, because it didn't stop. It's still continuing, and what he's doing is perpetuating what his forefathers had taught him to perpetuate. This is the Willie Lynch letter. This is page 31. The breaking process of the African woman. Then take the female and run a series of tests on her to see if she will submit to your desire willingly. Test her in every way, because she is the most important factor for good economics If she shows any signs of resistance in submitting completely to your will, do not hesitate to use the bullwhip on her to extract the last bit of bitch out of her. Take care not to unalive her, for in doing so, you spoil good economics. When in complete submission, she will train her offspring in the early years to submit to labor when they become of age. This is page 15, William Lynch, The Untold Story, 1712. In my bag here, I have a foolproof method for controlling your black slaves. I guarantee every one of you that if it is installed correctly, it will control the slaves for at least 300 years. At least 300 years. My method is simple. Any member of your family or your overseers can use it. I have outlined a number of differences among the slaves, and I take these differences and make them bigger. I use fear, distrust, and envy for control purposes. These methods have worked on my modest plantation in the West Indies, and it will work throughout the South. Take this simple literalist list of differences and think about them. These are the type of books that they pass amongst each other till this day, that they hide from our people. And when you see stuff like this, where our sister right here, she's proud of herself. She made an accomplishment. She has some degrees up under her belt. And somebody come out and say, hey, dim your light. This should come to you as no surprise when you do your studies on books such as the Willie Lynch Letter and other books that they pass amongst each other. We're living in the day and age of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. So when you do your studies, you're quickly able to identify these type of people and their behavior.
Also, the fact that he wanted to use MLK to try to shame me for for my stole. That's all I did. I didn't even say nothing about the stole. I just posted a picture with me in it. MLK never said to ignore race. He said to end racism. And people always want to quote him, but they don't ever want to quote the fact that MLK did say that America owes black people a debt they have yet to repay. He also said that white moderates were the greatest stumbling block, and I kind of feel like that's where we are right now. He also acknowledged that racism is deeply embedded in American institutions, which I think we could all agree that is still very true. So the fact that he invoked MLK on me is something that's really quite ridiculous. Him saying, if I said straight white male pride, I'd be called a racist, is really fucking telling, bro. Number one, straight white men have always been the default for everything. Number two, you have never been oppressed based on being a straight white man.
Also, he don't even have to come out and say that. When you go to any downtown in America, any state, any city, 95% of the time, you point to any building, it's owned by their people. It's either owned by Chinese, it's either owned by anybody besides us. So there's no need for you to be proud of yourself. There's no need for you to say, hey, I'm white, I completed this. There's no need, because you didn't come from that. You didn't come from being downtrodden.
Three, being a straight white man has never got you kicked out of places, criticized, or mocked. If anything, it has gotten you celebrated and admitted, even when you don't deserve it, are the real beneficiaries of DEI. Black women have been historically marginalized versus white men who have been historically dominant and celebrated. So it's not the same thing at all. It's not reverse discrimination. You lack context and intelligence, but let's just focus on context. So this random man saw me not doing anything more, not making any sort of public statement outside of just wearing the stole, graduating with a master's degree, overcoming huge barriers, honoring my identity, wearing this very culturally meaningful stole. that means so much more to me and other black women. And his first thing to do was to say, "You look stupid," because I didn't even post that part. That's the first thing he wrote, "You look stupid." His next instinct when I asked, "Why do you think I look stupid?" was to belittle me, demean me, invalidate me, lecture me, and all around make me feel like I need to center him and his experience. When all I did was wear a stole, my brother.
That's not your brother. He wanted those words. He wanted his evil words to marinate inside of her spirit, in her mind. So when she go to sleep at night, she's thinking like, damn, why did he say that to me? That's all it's for. That's why when you using the internet, it's spirits you're dealing with. It's spirits, all type of different spirits you allowing inside of your household. Especially when you go back and forth with them, that's when you initiate it. Now, if you're strong enough to just be like, yeah, whatever, I don't care what they say, then you good. But this is what he wanted. He wanted you to bring whatever he said to life. You know what I'm saying? He wanted you to give him wings. You know what I'm saying? Because he feeds off of your energy. He's feeding off of your spirit. Right now, he probably see this video and like, she's talking about me. Oh, and he probably somewhere in the damn basement. He probably somewhere in the basement ain't got no life at all. And he needs your energy. So understand, brothers and sisters, please protect your energy. I'm going to leave a link in the description for this sister right here. Her page is called Out Here Trying to Survive. That's right. That's right. Let's keep this type of content alive, y'all. But yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Big Cash signing out. I'm going, y'all.